Is there a justified way to cheat on your partner?
For this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall be one flesh. And wonderful. In fact, the scriptures called it great mystery. This is a great mystery, but I speak concerning Christ and the church. All right. I'm kind of concerned that two people can come together and obviously because of love, that's what they say. Oh, I'm in love with this guy, I'm in love with this woman, and all is sweet and rosy and all that. And then later on down the line, you start seeing things that will really make you, will really shock you. And the question I keep asking, what happened? What happened? I thought this couple were really in love. And then that really brings me to the question, what is love? What really happened? Because God hates divorce amongst other things. God hates lies, God hates cheating, God hates adultery, God hates many things. There will be a lot of God hates violence in marriage, and so on and so forth. There are so many things God hates. So we can't really use one against the other or over the other. Oh, yes, divorce, yes, divorce. Okay. Is there a justified way to cheat? Well, you see couples say, "Oh, it was a mistake. I cheated out of a mistake," and you're asking yourself, "Was it really a mistake? Wasn't it premeditated? Oh, it made me feel. Well, I felt so alive, other than how I was feeling. My husband never paid attention to me, so here comes this man and made me feel so much alive, gave me all the attention I needed and spoke to me nicely. Women and them wanting to be spoken to nicely. He had all the right vibes. The line was so perfect. The pickup line was so perfect, and so on and so forth. And then I had to give in, the touches and whatever. His voice, oh my goodness. And before you know it, this particular person completely forgot the vow she took or he took at the altar, if there was really an altar. Forget every other thing about this other person. And then for a passionate intimacy with this new person, maybe lasted for 2 minutes to 2 hours. Every other thing they did before that, completely forgotten. It's for a passion that lasted 5 minutes or so. Oh my God. I feel so alive. I feel so. And then you could see, it's not as if they're lying. You could see their face glowing. You could see that there's something about this person now because of what he or she has actually gotten involved in. Cheating is cheating. Whether you have excuse, there's no excuse to justify the act. Because you told your partner, I am going to be available. I'm going to be faithful. Let's bring in that word, faithful. I'm going to be faithful to you for life. Let's not even use till death do you part, because some people don't use that anymore. It has to be life. I'm going to be faithful to you for life. My body will no longer belong to any other but you. And vows were taken, and so on and so forth. And here comes a third party to break up what already has been consummated, in the past. So, and then today we have so many things, and there's a lot of reasons why people file for divorce. Wow, bearing in mind God hates divorce. But if you're in a relationship that you're not loved, you're no longer loved, couples can wake up in the morning and say, well, honey, I don't think I love you anymore. I need a divorce. And you're supposed to grant them the divorce because it's not working out. Okay, there's this couple, they go to church, they do all the right things and all that. And then here comes their marriage. It's not working out. They're constantly arguing, they're fighting, they are going at each other. There's emotional blackmail, there's violence, verbal abuse, there's abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, and so on and so forth. The agreement they had before is already broken. They can't agree about any other thing. They can't agree about anything. It's getting worse and worse. And then because of society or because of the fact that God hates divorce, so we can divorce. So we just have to keep it going. Keep what going? Keep what going? Keep the violence going, or keep the neglect, or the emotional abuse, or the verbal abuse. We'll keep it going, right? Till when? Till they kill each other, so they can be free, or till either one, loses their life. Isn't that so sad? Why they can say, okay, they can come together and say, well, this thing is really not working. Why not? Let's agree to go our separate ways, at least so we can breathe and move on with our life. It looks interesting, but bearing in mind God hates divorce. Okay, but it's not only divorce that God hates. God hates disagreement. God hates lies. God hates cheating. God hates adultery. God hates fornication. God hates so many things. So many things God hates jealousy. It's a long list. This couple they want to be happy. Either one wants to be happy. So how can they be happy being together? Obviously, they can't. So how can they be happy? They need to go their separate ways. Logic, or think about it. Think very hard about it. Or you prefer that they die in the process? Oh, you can't leave this marriage for what? Why? You want her to die because she said I do at the altar, or want him to die because he said I do on the same altar. If it's not working, it's not working. It's better we make it work and think about everything that made it beautiful at first. The scriptures talked about going back to your first love. But if that love is no longer there, you need to find it, or go, or end it. Is even better. Well, we'll continue with this discussion